that seems to be emerging is that Ranjit Sinha has to resign as CBI director. And to answer why he should not, we have his lawyer, former Additional Solicitor General, Senior Advocate Vikas Singh. We also have Senior Advocate H.S. Fulka, who is also a senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, and Professor Kamal Mitra Chenoy of the Aam Aadmi Party and a professor at JNU. Mr. Fulka, are you in any doubt that Ranjit Sinha has to immediately resign as CBI governor? Do you believe his position has become untenable now?
That is right. Pending the inquiry, he should step down. And Mr. Sinha should have known that thing, that when Joginder Singh was the director,
right,
he had once met Narasimha Rao, against whom investigation was going on. And the Supreme Court had pulled up Joginder Singh, and he apologized, and he showed that he will not meet any person now. And Mr. Sinha meeting these people regularly, 40 times, 100 times, this is really something very, very strange.
And he has admitted.
And on the top of it, he is denying it.
No, he has admitted it now. He has now admitted, he has not denied the meetings.
No, but he said this diary is not a correct diary. This was never maintained at his status, whether it's official or it's non-official. If there's a diary exists, he should frankly come and admit. First he denied it. I have never met. He denied the existence of diary. If he is clean, nothing to hide, why should he deny the existence of this register?
No, so I don't know. There is actually no argument, I think. Kamal Mitra Chenoy, I know that Mr. Vikas Singh will have to defend him, but do you think there is any argument left? A man who is CBI director admits that he has met people accused in the scams not once, not twice, but on several occasions at his residence. And he says, so what's wrong? 30 industrialists travel with the Prime Minister to Japan. Can you accuse the Prime Minister of any impropriety? I mean, I don't know. Is he really clutching at straws, Mr. Chenoy?
Look, the Supreme Court once referred to the CBI as a caged parrot. But in this case, the parrot is out of the cage, and he has been meeting people not only in his office but in his residence. And these are people against formidable charges are leveled, like Reliance Communications and others. So even if what he did was absolutely correct in that he did nothing wrong, a CBI director does not always have to only be right. He must be seen to be right. And there is a finger of pointing at him, because he has treated his house as a camp office. And a number of visits by a number of industrialists who want to have some say in how they are judged, including by the CBI, has visited him. So he's already tarnished his office, and his utility for himself as an officer has been severely diminished.
Yeah, and
I think
so
if
Mr.
this is proven true, then the Supreme Court should take action.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually surprised, Mr. Vikas Singh, that he has not resigned till now. I mean, if the CBI director has any shame, or if the CBI director believes there is any word called propriety in the Indian English dictionary, he should just quit. He's embarrassing himself, he's embarrassing the agency, he's embarrassing the position he holds.
Arnab, this diary is actually reminding me of that movie Peoply Live. I'm sure you must have seen that movie. This diary is a typical case of Peoply Live. This diary, who is this diary maintained for? This diary was probably maintained for Mr. Prashant Bhushan only. There is no such diary being maintained.
So what do you know that we don't? You're saying the diary is fake?
Number one.
No, one second. Are you saying the diary is fake?
No.
Is it a fake diary?
No, I'll tell you something.
No, is the diary true or is the diary fake?
You have to understand. No, Arnab, you have to understand that I'm representing the director before court, so it's a matter of sub judice.
No, sir, is the diary fake or is the diary true?
The specifics.
No, 1 second. Let's bring it down to this. Has he met?
That's what I'm saying.
No, sir. So is the diary fake or is the diary true? You must make a.
Or true. Yeah, I'll tell you that if to reply whether the diary is fake or true, one will have to see the diary. Where is the diary?
No, sir, how can you say that he's see the diary? The evidence that I have here.
He will be in a position to answer this question.
Sir, all the evidence is out there. I'm asking you, has your client met these people or not? If the diary is fake, so Mr. Fulka, we assume, if the diary is fake, if the diary is fake, then Ranjit Sinha has never met people from the Anil Dhirubhai Ambani group. But Anil, but Mr. Fulka,
Arnab,
but
let
Mr.
us-
Fulka, Mr. Ranjit Sinha admits
separate-
meeting officials from the Anil Dhirubhai Ambani group. So the diary cannot be completely fake then.
So let me.
Though,
No, so yeah, Mr. Fulka.
Can I answer or
No,
you
Mr.
asking
No, no,
Mr.
Mr. Fulka is countering you, sir.
now, even the ITBP, whose security was there, I mean, they also do not say that they didn't maintain any diary. Mr. Sinha till today has not said that diary is fake. And that diary shows he has been meeting the people and he admits that he has met those people. Then how can you call the diary fact? Even today, Vikas Singh is not prepared to take a stand whether the diary is fake or diary is genuine. Even now, Mr. Sinha is at such a high position, he should come out and clean. The people of the country are entitled to know what are the facts. Mr. Sinha should come out and clean and should not take this kind of pleas like accused himself that I will not make a statement. I will make a statement when the time comes. You are a boss of the investigating agency. Don't behave like an accused.
Well, that's exactly what he's behaving like. But what I find very surprising, Mr. Sinha, is the sheer brazenness of Ranjit Sinha, Mr. Singh. The sheer brazenness of it. I mean, here is a CBI director. Here is a CBI director who confabulates with people accused of tax evasion. He confabulates with people charged in the coal scam. He confabulates with people charged in the 2G scam, among other cases, at his residence and not his official office. And then he says, what's wrong?
Well, Pranav, first of all, Pranav, I think your job is at stake and your job is at risk because Mr. Fulka has also started saying that the nation needs to know. So I think you have to better watch out that there's somebody there to replace you on
Sir,
this channel now.
sir, I have
He's
no
also,
copyright on that
trying the
line. Thank
your
you.
Same line of.
Mr. Fulka is free to use it. No,
but as far as the diary is concerned, to enable anybody to comment on the diary, one will have to see the diary. Who has seen the diary? The diary is only with Mr. Prashant Bhushan.
No,
and it
so
was
my
prepared
question
probably
is
for him
no,
only,
no. So
he's
for
the only
my
person who can comment.
so my
He's the
question
only
is
person.
no,
Now,
sir. My
I'm
question.
answering the second question.
Sir, counter question.
I'm answering the
Sir,
second
take a counter question. I have a counter question.
I'm answering the second question of whether he met them or not. Let me answer that.
Okay.
As a CBI director, it is being the highest supervisory officer of the organization. It is part of his job to meet people.
Sir, what are you saying?
It's
Sir,
not
what
the
are
job
you
of
saying?
the prosecution.
Sir,
No, let me complete. For Arnav, let me complete.
Sir,
it's not the job of the prosecution to ensure that
Okay,
the person is
okay,
convicted.
okay.
It is the job of the prosecution to put the truth before the court. And
so
in
you
our
have
Indian justice system, criminal justice system, the innocence of the accused is considered till the conviction actually takes place. So
Sir,
the
you are
presumption
saying
is
today,
always in favor of the accused.
Sir, I think
so when
you are trying.
talking of somebody who is meeting,
Sir,
when you are talking of him meeting somebody, you fail to realize
Sir,
that there is a presumption in law of
Sir,
that person who comes to meet the director that
Sir,
he is presumed to be
Sir,
innocent.
please, sir,
Or he
please,
is
let us,
presumed
sir,
to be
sir,
innocent.
let us,
For the director,
Sir,
to find out what is the truth.
Sir, you are
he
saying
has to meet them.
You
it
are
is his
saying
duty
okay.
to
No,
meet
one
them.
second, sir. You know what happens is, by my observation is that whenever someone strays completely away from the moral, ethical, and argument of propriety and goes with a absolute technical argument, that is the moment when the person's position becomes untenable. Now, what you are defending, you are really clutching at straws.
That is your way of-
Mr. Singh, sorry,
your
not
way
Mr.
of
Sinha.
looking.
Mr. Singh, I like you as a person. I think you're a fantastic man. You're a man of integrity, and you are also a great lawyer. But I must say today, your position, Mr. Singh, on the debate, is like the person who's walking on a tightrope with one side of the tightrope being waved, and in your case, that one side of the tightrope is being waved by none other than Ranjit Sinha himself. Kamal Mitra Chenoy, one second, Kamal Mitra Chenoy, tonight the argument being put by Mr. Vikas Singh is what's wrong in the course of your job, you have to meet people, by which he means that you have to meet a person whose name figures in the Radia tapes and is questioned in the 2G scandal called Mahendra Nahata. You have to meet a meat exporter who is under
Because there is
investigation
a
in the income tax
presumption of
department
innocence.
and an alleged Hawala operator called Moin Qureshi. Right? You have to meet Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group officials who made over 50 trips to his house. Right? You have to meet a Congress MP and his son, both of whom are charge sheeted in the coal scam. And then you turn around and say, I will recuse myself from the coal scam. In that case, my question to Mr. Vikas Singh is, should he also recuse himself? Should he also recuse himself, sir, from the 2G scam?
So,
Should he recuse himself from the 2G scam?
Why did Mr.
1 second,
Yes,
Kamal
but
Mitra Chawla.
Arnab, why did Ranjit Sinha meet these people at his residence?
There is no question of any
Why didn't the
recusal.
CBI director
There
meet
is
them
no
in his office?
Why did he meet them at his residence?
He has got an office at his residence, like a large number of
Camp
senior
office.
officers have. He's got actually
Office
three
at his
offices in Delhi.
residence.
He's got an office in the North Block. He's got an office at the CBI headquarters. He's
So-
got an office at his residence.
And what are they? They
He
are all
can
his
choose
friends.
whichever office he wants
No,
to
they,
be.
so they are all his, all these, all these people, some of them scamsters, some of them, people under investigation, all of these people are just his friends. So you're saying, Mr. Vikas Singh, that he's meeting them just because they're old friends or acquaintances. Is that your argument?
I am not because Arnav, I am not commenting on the specifics because the matter is sub judice. It will not be fair for me to.
Sir,
comment
you are
on the
saying, no, sir,
specifics,
let's
but
go into
what I'm
detail.
telling you generally
Sir,
is
a man.
that there is a presumption of innocence for every accused. That is
Yes,
our
sir.
justice system.
Yeah,
That's
but
our
there is
criminal justice
so
system.
there is also a
So
logic
there is
here. We are
there
talking.
is no harm, and he is not, mind you, he is not a judge. He is only a prosecutor.
Yeah. So what would you
who
think?
is under
How would
duty
you
to
react
ensure
if a judge?
that the
1
truth
second.
is to be placed before
Sir,
the court.
would a judge meet an accused in their house? And could you turn around and say, well, that's just a personal
So that's
meeting.
what I'm
we met to
saying. He is
discuss
not a
stuff.
judge. That's the difference.
Oh, so a
Arnab,
judge
that's the
can't meet an
difference. He's not
accused
a
in the
judge.
house, but a CBI director can meet an accused in any circumstances in his house any
A
number
judge
of times.
can't meet an accused anywhere. Unfortunately, judge can't meet an accused even at his residence. He can only, if at all, meet the
No, but I
accused in an
question is
open court.
neutrality
That's
then.
the-
But
that's the
we'll
difference
question is
between-
neutrality. How will an
That's
investigating...
the difference between a judge and a prosecutor.
Sir, are you saying that
a prosecutor is supposed to meet everybody?
Sir, okay, now let's take one example. Mr.
Yes, but not in his residence.
How can you meet him at his residence?
Residence is not the place to
No,
prosecute.
residence. If he's got an
Residence
office
is the
in
place
residence,
for
why not in
friends.
the residence?
No, sir, please.
Because the residence is the place you meet with friends.
Mr. Singh,
You
Mr.
don't
Singh,
meet people
Mr.
at the
Singh, simple
residence
question to
as
you.
a
Okay, Mr. Singh,
prosecutor.
Mr.
You
Singh is
invite,
trying to build a tight
people
argument,
of
and I think
criminal
what
character
is
to your house, Mr. Vikas Singh? Is Ranjit Sinha inviting the accused to his house for a friendly drink? Is that how a prosecutor is supposed to function?
By the way, Arnav, I am presently sitting at my house where I also have my office. So it has.
No,
it is
sir,
a
he's
residence cum office,
sir,
by
he's
the
not
way.
a
So you are
lawyer. He's
actually
the
talking to-
CBI chief, and Mr. Fulka is asking a counter question. Yes, Mr. Fulka.
But
Yes, Mr. Fulka.
Whenever the investigating officer or somebody from the investigating agency meets a accused or meets any witness, there a record is maintained. That is called the case diary, and it has to find a mention. If Mr. Sinha had in genuine belief has met him on the record, has mentioned everything in the case diary, has mentioned it what transpired in the meeting, then only Mr. Sinha can take this argument. If there's no mention on the CBI records that he has met all these persons, he has met these accused, and what transpired in the meetings, that's absolutely illegal, and Mr. Sinha has no right to continue as the head of the investigating agency.
Now he meets ADAG officials, Mr. Singh. Let's look at this logically. He meets ADAG officials, Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group
can I
officials
answer
at
to
his
what Mr.
residence. No,
Fulka
1 minute,
said
sir.
first before you ask me
One
the
minute,
next
sir. He meets these ADAG.
can I answer to Mr.
No, sir, answer my question also.
Can I answer
So
Mr.
answer
Fulka
my
first?
question and you can answer both together.
Yes.
He meets ADAG officials at his residence. Then there is a draft which seeks to weaken the case. Why should we not draw a link between the two? Let us not forget, Mr. Singh, that the CBI director has not denied meeting some Reliance Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group officials, and diary entries, whether they are authentic or inauthentic, reveal that the alleged members of this company did visit Sinha on more than one occasion. Now, while you as well as he have claimed there were no favors exchanged, because that's your basic argument, the fact of the matter remains that the CBI director has been accused none less than by the special public prosecutor in the 2G case of trying to dilute the case against this company. That's serious.
So
That's very serious.
That question will have to be answered by the CBI director in court, so that I can't comment on it.
No, sir, let me ask you more. No, let me ask you more. No, let me ask you more. Now, the question is not of legality, you must understand, sir.
You are wanting to trap me to say what I'm going to
How
argue
can I
in court,
trap?
which I'm
How
not
can
going
I
to
trap?
tell
How
you.
can I
So
trap?
don't
How can I
get
trap
into
one
that,
of
but
India's
let me
leading
answer.
advocates on national television? How can I trap you unless you want to be trapped?
Let me answer what I can answer on the
No, sir, you must answer everything
answer what I
honestly
can
and truthfully
answer
on
and
News
which
Hour
I-
Tonight. My question is, sir, now, understand
Yes,
this. What explains,
I will
what
answer
explains,
whatever I can,
what explains
considering
90
the
meetings,
sensitivity of the matter and considering that I'm good.
sir, what explains 90 meetings between a man called Moin Qureshi, who's facing a serious income tax investigations, and the CBI director? If there is a particular grievance and the CBI director has to hear the other side, I am asking you, which accused does a CBI director meet 90 times in 15 months? That may approximate 2 times a week.
Can I answer?
I mean, is the CBI director infatuated
Can I answer?
with Moin Qureshi?
Can I answer the question
Yeah,
now?
please do, please
Because
do, I'm waiting.
I rarely get a chance to speak on your show.
No, please do. We all want to hear you.
Nobody. Yes. Now let me go step by step. Let me first answer Mr. Phulka. The diary is maintained by the investigating officer. I am sure Mr. Phulka, with his vast experience as a senior advocate himself, would know that the diary is never maintained by the supervisory
Then
officer.
why did he meet
So
in the
there is
absence
no
of
question
investigating
of-
officer?
Why did he meet in the absence of the investigating officer?
Oh, I see. So are you? That means you're trying to suggest
Yes.
that the CBI director needs to be in front of the investigating officer whenever he talks to anybody from outside, so that the investigating officer can keep a check on the director.
No,
rather
no,
than
no, the
director
question
is keeping a check on
No,
the
no, no.
investigating
No,
officer.
Mr. Phulka.
It's so absurd. This
With an
logic is
accused.
so absurd. Why should the investigating officer
Arnab.
be there if supposing there is a complaint which he has to hear against the manner in which the investigation is to be done? This is not a case
Arnab.
where the CBI director is
Whenever a
maintaining the
senior
case diary
officer-
and he has to write
if
in
a
the case
senior
diary that
officer
I met so
meets, he
so
informs-
supervisory officer
if-
never maintains the case diary.
Yes.
Can I answer? I'll
is
try and
the-
answer even your
Mr.
question as
Vikas-
much as
No,
I
no,
can.
Mr. Vikas Singh,
within my
counter
limitation.
question
Yeah,
from
the
Kamal Mitra
atmosphere
Chenoy.
of
Counter question
interrogation.
from Kamal Mitra Chenoy. Counter question.
Mr. Vikas Singh, as a prosecuting officer, is the environment that Mr. Ranjit Sinha can create for the people he's prosecuting the same in his residence and the same in his office, no matter how many offices does he have? By bringing him to his residence and talking to him, he seems to believe that this way the victim or others will divulge everything, but that is never the case in prosecution. So he is the one who has created this aura of distrust around him by calling people to his house repeatedly.
And he's
People
a
who are
CBI
accused of various
he's a-
acts under the law.
He
shouldn't do that.
He's a CBI director. Now, one analogy can be made here that your position today is like saying the head of the counter-terrorism wing or the head of the FBI or the CIA, for example, the head of the CIA flies down, doesn't inform the American government, flies down when Osama bin Laden is alive to the part of Pakistan where he lives, has a silent meeting with Osama bin Laden, has a chat with him, has a cup of coffee, and maybe goes and flies down 90 times in 12 months to meet Osama bin Laden. And the President of America asks him, and the people of America ask him, why were you meeting Osama bin Laden? He says, well, I'm the head of the CIA. I need to understand this man if I'm to actually, investigate him. It's as, sir, ridiculous as that. Now, I'll tell you one more thing, Mr. Singh, and I appreciate your fact that you're trying to put a hard, straight face to this tonight. Now, the other argument, Mr. Phulka, that Mr. Singh makes is these people are friends and acquaintances. I mean, Mr. Sinha, Mr. Ranjit Sinha, you are a CBI director. What kind of a CBI director are you? You don't know basic facts. You say we are friends, so we assume Moin Qureshi and Ranjit Sinha are friends. What I find curious, and I want a straight answer here, if the Qureshis are friends, how is it that as per the diary entries, Mr. Singh, Mr. Qureshi, Moin Qureshi, the infamous Moin Qureshi visits Ranjit Sinha on 74 occasions between January and August this year. Now we all know it was in December that Qureshi was under the IT scanner. His offices were raided in February. Now if he was visiting as a family friend, Mr. Phulka, this friendship begins only after the income tax investigations and the raid happen against him. That's when their friendship blossoms. And Mr. Phulka, let me add a little bit more. This man, Ranjit Sinha writes a letter to the CBDT seeking details of the alleged link between the former CBI director and Moin Qureshi in a tax evasion case, among details of a probe against past and previous CBI officers. CBDT refuses Ranjit Sinha's request. Now, given that Ranjit Sinha and Qureshi meet 74 times between January and August, it raises a question, Mr. Fulka, on whether these meetings prompted Ranjit Sinha's intervention. These are, it's obvious inferences, aren't they, Mr. Fulka?
That is, it's obvious, very much obvious. And I go a step further. A CBI director who's on such a important position should keep distance from the people. He should be very, very selective, even having his friends also. Anyone, even a slightest tainted person, should not be friends with him. Even if a person is friendly to him, after he is under the doubt and he is under investigation, CBI director should maintain a distance from him, which Sinha did not do at all. Rather, the circumstances clearly shows that these people were meeting him to seek favors and to influence the investigations.
So the CBI director's neutrality is under question? But what I find amazing is his brazenness. But Mr. Vikas Singh, in conclusion, this is not a test of how thick Mr. Ranjit Sinha's skin is. He may have thicker skin than politicians, he may not care. But we can. It's looking bad for the institution. Why don't you tell him? When you met him last time, what did he tell you? Tell me. What did he tell you?
You are getting into an area which is again a privileged communication.
Sir, please, sir, what is, sir, in the national interest, I think you must speak a bit, sir.
And you are asking me to divulge on national TV, under section 126 of the Evidence Act, I am completely barred from divulging anything which my client has told me.
Sir, that's
so
okay.
So you are wanting me to tell you on national television what discussions we had? I mean, Arnav, you've been such a great anchor. You should know what kind of questions you have to ask and what kind of
sir,
questions you can't ask.
but what does he tell you? Does he deny the meetings? Does he deny he met all these people?
I just answered your question. If you're still insisting, then I can't say.
No, does he deny it?
I mean, if you still,
you're saying he doesn't deny it. He confirms he had the meetings.
I just answered, Arnav. I just answered your question that as a lawyer, there is a complete protection to a client.
Sir, this is a very serious matter. A CBI director, I wanted to hear a yes, but you can't even say that.
There is a bar under law. Only Mr. Prashant Bhushan can violate the law with impunity.
No, sir, Mr. Fulka and Mr. Kamal Mitra Chanoy. No, Kamal Mitra Chanoy, Mr. Fulka, no, sir.
Blackened statement, don't attack Prashant Bhushan. He's just trying to make sure that prosecutors follow the law. So, I mean, don't go into this tirade. But anyway, any lawyer who is taking a case against any accused official is also protected by law. It's not fair of you to attack someone who's an official trying to help law, public service and the functioning of the Indian state by making accusations like this. He also has protection.
I'm quite skeptical. I'm quite skeptical as to whom Prashant Bhushan is ultimately helping, because the way this whole
well, that shows how much law you know, doesn't it? If you're not sure of who he's helping, then you obviously need to look at your law books again.
No, but I want to know who the... No, one second. I want to know...
Bhushan catches
I want to know who is the CBI director helping. He meets people in the 2G scam. Who is he helping? He meets people in Colgate. Who is he helping? He meets Hawala operators. Who is he helping? He meets go-between agents, sycophants and chamchas of corporate houses. Who is he helping? I hope he's not helping himself. I hope not, Mr. Singh. Thank you.
Now is asking you to advise your client to come clean in the public. At his position, the people expect him to say the truth, all the truth, and disclose it openly in the public.
I don't need Arnab's counsel to decide what I have to advise.
Sir, I want you, please tell the CBI director, sir, please tell the CBI director to come on the News Hour and take a few of our questions. We'll wait for him on Monday evening or even before that if you want.
Unfortunately, Arnab, I have only told him not to appear on any channel because
It's-
the matter is sub judice.
Yes,
So,
well,
I
that's
told
why
you that he's not
I'm
going to
telling
come on
you.
any-
That's why I'm telling you, and I think you'll be able to convince him. We don't do a bad job with making sure people reveal the truth. Thank you very much, Vikas Singh, Kamal Mitra Chenoy, and Mr. Fulka.
Thank you, thank you.
Great talking to you. Thank you.